rescue and redemption. John was a hard-working young man, with a stressful job that left him little time for anything else. He woke up early, walked to work, and spent long hours at the office. He was always on the go, and never seemed to have time for anything else. He was content with his life, but deep down, he felt like something was missing. One day, while on his way to work, John saw a stray dog wandering the streets. He noticed that it looked very hungry and scared. He initially wanted to ignore it, but something about the dog's sad eyes strikes a chord in John, and he starts to feel sorry for it, so he decided to feed him. Over the next few days, John continued to bring food, and he couldn't help but start feeling a connection. He wanted to take him home, but he starts to remember his childhood pet, Buddy, who got hit by a car and died. The pain of losing his best friend was too much for John to bear, and he made a promise to himself that he would never have a pet again. But he knew that this dog needed someone. John's life was too busy to take on the responsibility to care for a pet. He had a routine. But the connection he felt with this stray dog was tugging at his heart. So he decided to adopt him, and named him Max. John takes Max home and starts taking care of him. He quickly realizes that Max is not just a cute little companion, but a living being that needs care and attention. John has to make a lot of sacrifices and changes. He starts waking up earlier to take Max for walks, and spends his evenings training and playing. He learns the importance of consistency and patience. John's routine began to change. He now had to balance his job with his new responsibility. John's job was still demanding, but he started to manage his time better, making sure to set aside enough time for Max. The more time John spent with Max, the more he realized that he hadn't been living life to its fullest. He starts to appreciate the small things, the walks in the park, the wagging tail, and Max's happy barks. Max had brought a sense of balance to John's life. He starts to see the world through different eyes, and he begins to feel a sense of compassion for stray animals. John starts volunteering at a local animal shelter, and becomes an advocate for animal rights. Through his work at the shelter, John learns about the importance of spaying and neutering, and the importance of proper care and nutrition for animals. He becomes more empathetic and understanding, and his relationships with other people begin to improve as a result. John starts to understand the importance of giving back and making a difference. He starts to see the world as a kinder, more loving place. John's volunteer work at the shelter brings him even closer to Max. He starts to appreciate the bond he has with his furry little friend even more. He now understands the importance of animal welfare, the importance of being a responsible pet owner, and how a pet can have a positive influence on your own life. He became a better person, and his life was happier as a result. His bond with Max grew stronger with each passing day. He realized that Max had been a source of comfort and companionship for him, and that the love he feels for Max is unconditional. He learned that by taking care of Max, he had also been learning how to live a much happier, more fulfilled life. John's journey with Max is a reminder that even when we think we have no time for change, life can surprise us with the most beautiful things. He learned that in life, it's not just about receiving, but also about giving, and that it is the small acts of kindness that can make the biggest difference. Max taught John the true meaning of unconditional love, and how it can change a person's life. If you enjoyed this inspiring story, and would like to hear more inspiring stories about people just like you, please like and subscribe.